joining us now with more reaction and sort of analysis of last night's big win and preview, of course, of Game 4 is TSN Radio's Matthew Cauz. Matt, appreciate you joining us again this morning to talk about this. This was kind of the Jays team we expected to see as this series got underway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is the offense you expected, where the Jays constantly making contact and chasing Kirby early from the game. And they got 4 home runs, and that's really the big thing. If you look at the Blue Jays record, they're like 40-plus games over 500 when they hit at least 1 home run, and they're nearly 20 games under 500 if they don't hit a home run. And obviously that was the big part of it. It was mentioned earlier, that third inning. The Jays scored 5 runs. They scored 4 runs in games 1 and 2. And that moment there in the third, the Varsho double, kind of allowed all of us to relax because there was pure terror after the Julio Rodriguez home run in the first inning.
Yeah, and Vladdy's bat finally came alive yesterday, so that was good to see. Shane Bieber, lasting 6 innings. He put on quite a performance, but tonight Max Scherzer gets to start at the mound. He's been a bit spotty, but former Cy Young winner. What are you going to be looking for tonight in his pitching?
Yeah, Max Scherzer is the #1 story in this game. From a pure sports point of view, just what's the sports story we love? It's the old guy, one last chance for glory. He's 40 years old, but he's won 2 World Series. He's pitched in a bunch of Game 7s. Very few pitchers have more innings in the postseason than Scherzer. I think we're all just looking to see how is he early, because Seattle, they've got a lot of guys who can hit home runs. How does he look against Cal Raleigh? And Scherzer, great in the summer, but in September, he was not able to get anyone out. That's why we didn't see him against the Yankees. I'm so fascinated with the first 2 innings. Can he do what Shane Bieber did, which was calm down after that first inning and control Seattle's power bats?
Yeah, and Matt, professional athletes, of course, will tell you that they forget about what's happened and they focus on, yesterday's over, today's a new day, that sort of thing. But those first couple of games were demoralizing. But what we heard from the Jays coming out of it was a lot of positivity. This is a special group. We can come back, all these kind of things. How much is attitude key, especially at this time of year when, when fans are sort of getting down, but the team is, outwardly saying, hey, no, we still got this.
Oh, yeah. They've got to be like positive goldfish, which is memory is super short. And they've got to remember, they won the American League East. They had the best record in the American League. They clubbed the New York Yankees. They beat up on a lot of good pitching. And I think, you didn't see any of that panic. And I think the best example is Shane Bieber. Going back to him for a second, he didn't panic after that first inning. After that, he didn't allow Seattle to do anything. He strikes out Cal Raleigh in the 5th. A very quick 6th inning for him. He's the first Jays pitcher to go 6 complete innings in the playoffs since 2016. I think what we saw from him and just that level of calm certainly permeated with the entire offense. And hopefully we get more of that tonight with Max Scherzer, a guy with receipts, a guy who's been in every big high-pressure situation you can throw at a pitcher.
Yeah, the Jays are the comeback kid, but we'll see if this is a real comeback story for Max Scherzer tonight. Fingers are crossed for Game 4 in Seattle. TSN Radio's Matt Cauz, thanks so much for joining us.